I want to preface this video by saying that I personally have never taken any of these exams because I live in Canada and these are not part of our academic journey. However, because so many of my viewers are struggling with these year after year, being an education channel, I felt like it was my responsibility to at least try to help you out. So, I've been researching both the A-levels and the GCSEs for the past 3 or 4 weeks now, meaning I've watched countless study prep videos, read blogs, scientific articles, and even a few books on these topics so that you don't have to. This video is a list of the top 15 study and revision tips that I found consistently being praised and talked about by the majority of successful students that scored on the higher end for all of those tests. So, with that being said, let's not waste any more time and take a look at what these hacks actually are. Number 1. Get a head start by taking every part of your school routine seriously. Meaning from day 1, treat your lectures and your assignments, even the ones that are not worth anything, as you would a high-paying job. And you don't want to mess up on that now, do you? Number 2, change your mindset about what revision actually is. Attending lectures is a form of revision, doing your homework is revision, taking quality notes the first time around is also revision. Number 3, start creating revision material early on to reduce the pressure and not waste time with these when you're in that time crunch, meaning flashcards, study guides, chapter notes. These should slowly be accumulating as you go. If you try to make them 2 weeks before the exam, you will burn yourself out. Number 4, adapt your revision plan to specifically target your weak points. I know acing practice tests in the modules you excel at is gratifying and makes you happy, but it's important to be honest with yourself and use the majority of time to study areas that you have trouble with, subjects that scare you. Remember, we are scared of things we don't understand. Number 5, the defining feature of studying smarter and not harder is being active. Make sure you check the link in the description box below to see my video dedicated entirely to active studying methods that will help you engage the material so that you go through everything once and remember everything the first time around. Number 6, work on your vocabulary because the way your answer is received is just as important as the response itself being correct. The person grading your paper can't read your mind. Don't give them any room for assumptions. Learn to be clear, concise, and use the right words to get your point across successfully. Number 7, use your free time to improve on the point I've just mentioned. Simply put, read more in order to grow your vocabulary. There really is no better way to do this. Number 8, think twice about the form of entertainment you consume. We are an accumulation of what we watch, the people we hang out with, and the things we do. So if you want to improve your oral presentation skills or your vocab, watch videos or shows where the characters are very well spoken. Number 9, mirror neurons allow us to learn through imitation. So take advantage of this and surround yourself with people whose actions or qualities you admire. If you want to be great at math, follow math channels. If you want to become a better writer, follow a few poets on Instagram. Number 10, mark schemes and practice questions are an absolute must. Do as many exam papers as you possibly can so that your mind can get used to the way problems are brought up and the sometimes random nature of how things get put together. Print out and reread the examiner's reports to see what they are looking for and want to read when grading your tests. Number 11, if you start by doing practice questions before revising, this will act as a brain prime so then you consciously look at material or listen to lectures with filter goggles on. So instead of passively just receiving a wave of information, you take control by keeping the questions you've seen in your mind and then looking at everything from an exam maker's perspective. It changes everything. Number 12, adapt your study plan as you go. A key benefit of mock tests is feedback. That is how you identify the areas or concepts you are particularly not that great in. Once you have that information, it's important to actually act on it and tweak your study schedule so you focus more on what you're getting wrong and less on what you're consistently getting right. Number 13, think in sections or blocks, meaning when you take notes or when you set up your study schedule, instead of thinking of a subject in its entirety, so like study biology module, dissect it into easier to digest chunks so that Monday, I'm going to master photosynthesis, then Tuesday, I can focus on, cell structure. Number 14, quantify your progress as much as possible. Not only to calm yourself down by having visible proof of how much you've done, but also as a way to keep track of all the moving pieces and steps you have to go through. It can look overwhelming, I know, but having everything written down and organized gives you the structure you need to chip away at that mountain rock by rock, inch by inch. Number 15, adapt your study techniques for different subjects, meaning don't use the same method you've been using for history to do your math problems. I've done an entire video on this titled Exam Types and How to Ace Them. Give it a look after watching this if that's something you are personally struggling with. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to me if you like what you see because I post videos every week. Bye guys, good luck.